Welcome everyone. We're moving into video chapter 3 for module 2. And in this video chapter, we're going to walk through the classroom materials and discuss the subject of verbal conversations on a very general basis. And there are many other materials from which to study this matter further. And in the individual assignment, which comes after this, the discussion board, we have a lot more detailed information to kind of round this subject out. As we've said before, generally the discussion board is more about the hard skills, and the individual assignment is more about the soft skills. And in verbal communication, we find that it's really the soft skills that are predominant. Everybody pretty much knows how to speak. It's just a matter of how well they speak from a soft skill point of view. How do they have empathy? Do they understand the issues? Are they able to communicate their solutions to it? So the important aspect of mastering verbal communication, in that regard, we recommend that you begin to start taking notice of the different styles of communication that are around you every day. Then you may find that your project manager may have wonderful skills, and you may learn some styles from him. And look at the general contractors, the other subs, and just see how well they handle their verbal communications. Do they understand the questions that they're responding to? And do they in turn reply in a way that you can actually draft a solution that people can do? And this is pretty much what we did in the nonverbal communication studies, which was just paying attention to all your peers and how well they handle themselves, and to the end of developing your own style of verbal communication. Because this is what it's all about. You will not speak the same as anyone else. So you have this opportunity to really distinguish yourself as being a very professional project engineer and eventually a project manager, depending on your career path. So with that said, we're just going to walk through the actual classroom materials, and I'll just give you a mouse and a screen click through so you can see how it all works. So what we have here is we're in mod 2. Okay, let's just go to the beginning here. We're in the electrical construction management. This is where you would log on to. Obviously we're in PE100, elements of communication. So we click that, and then we're in module 2. So once we've gotten to module 2, we'll go to the discussion board. And here's our materials. And in those materials, we start off with with the video here. This is the introduction. And this is, we're the 3rd chapter, but there's three different chapters in there about this discussion board, verbal communication. So from there, if you ever need to go back and refer to it, you can. And when we look at that, you can see here are the different videos that we have available for you. So you can just click on any one of them you want. Now, once we've done that, we do have a lot of different citations and things that we found on the internet to help you. So like 10 skills to thrive in today's job market. These are all coming from different think tanks and different people. It's basically part of an internet search trying to find good materials that will help you. And in here, you can see here that it's going to start talking about soft skills or really people skills. And then a lot of the different things that you need to learn, such as your accepting criticism, your flexibility, how you use your problem solving abilities, and all the different things that make up verbal communication. So this is a really good little article to just kind of get your mind thinking in regards to ways you can better communicate verbally. Here's how to help millenniums fill the soft skills gap. And we're really moving into a lot of soft skills, as you notice, because nonverbal is almost predominantly soft skills. So, these are very helpful. And this is written more from a millennial point of view, meaning more of the age group that I think a lot of you project engineers are coming from, maybe fresh out of college, or you've been in the industry maybe 3 years or so. So this really fits into your mindset more so than the older mindset that we had back in the days when we used to do things on paper. And you can see a lot of friction there still today, that the older guys don't understand all the electronic side, and that can be frustrating for all you new guys coming in. So this is kind of a way to help you through that. And by using your verbal communication skills, it makes it a lot easier to overcome those people that don't have the real strong technical abilities that you probably have, just because of the age and the newness of all the electronic stuff. Some of these are kind of fun. 95% of your pain is caused by your own stupidity. And it's so true. You can insert open mouth and insert foot is really the term, because you see it a lot. People will say something and then everybody will recognize that was just a bad mistake. So this will get into a little bit of a 95% rule. And it says 95% of your pain and troubles are caused by your own stupidity. And really, this is kind of a fun way for you to kind of get acquainted with the differences between, what younger groups of people are doing and older people are doing, and why there is a bit of friction there. And then integrating soft skills into your education. And this is important. How do we do this? Soft skills are fairly new to you, I would imagine, or you haven't really thought of it in that way. And what we're really trying to do is get you to that point where you do truly understand how important these soft skills are, and that will in turn determine how well you're able to advance within your company and in your career. And then the last part of this is an assignment for Mod 2. And this is just a discussion board assignment, in which what we're really asking you to do is take a survey. And a survey is very simply going to ask you questions related to how proficient do you feel about these skills. And just be honest. It's in the case of the survey, the idea is to get us a baseline on how well you think you do with all the different aspects of verbal communication. And the reason for that is, once we get a baseline established, then we're going to be able to see how well we've progressed as time goes on through these classes. So there's a lot of different benefits also by doing this survey. So we not only have we established a baseline so we can see how well we're progressing, there's a direct correlation of verbal skills to self-confidence. And obviously, if you're a very good speaker, it indicates that you have a lot of self-confidence in yourself, and you're able to use your verbal communications as a means to help you in your everyday job. And the more you can improve these skills, you get the advantage of reducing your stress in life by having that confidence that you can successfully use these skills to get done what you need to. So that's really it. There's no pass or fail to it. There's no grades or anything. And so with that said, just go ahead and take this. You'll get a return back that will give you not only your score, showing you where you're strong and where you're weak, but it'll also give you some feedback. We'll go ahead, if we see some areas that are not working real well for you, we'll get back with you through our response to you and let you know that these are different types of materials you may want to also look at to kind of help you with that. So that's really the whole part of all of Module 2. And I think once you get through this, you'll be able to jump into the individual assignment, which goes into a lot more detail on clarifying your communication and when to make it and how to make it. So with that said, we'll go ahead and move on, and I wish you guys the best on your discussion board.